Hey guys, this is North back again with another video. Today's video I'm coming to you with my top pickups of 2024. Now I've already done a couple of videos of fragrances that I picked up, which ones I picked up off of my wish list, which ones I picked up over the holidays. So I wanted to give you 5 or 6 fragrances that I did pick up that are some of my favorites, that are ones that I haven't mentioned yet. As far as this string of videos that I've released. So let's go ahead and get it going. The first fragrance I want to mention that are some of my favorite pickups of this year. This one comes from the house of Les Indemodables, and this one is called Oriental Velours. Now, this particular fragrance I was sleeping on for a while, and this one is known to be one of the most realistic representations of the resin of myrrh. And when I smelled it, I had to concur. When I did smell it, I was like, wow, this does have an uncanny resemblance to unburnt myrrh resin. And I've talked about this one a couple of times, but this one, Oriental Velours, was released in 2016. And some of the notes on this one are, of course, myrrh, spruce, vetiver, vanilla, and Indian jasmine. So it only lists 5 notes, and to me it's just a really good representation of unburnt myrrh. So I don't think that necessarily this would be a fragrance that a lot of people would really like, because most of the most popular like myrrh centered scents are accompanied by a prominent vanilla type of scent or benzoin, and this one is more of a carnivorous type of scent. So this was one of my favorite pickups of this year, Oriental Velours. The next fragrance I want to mention is from the house of Guerlain. This one was very hard to get, but I was able to pick it up when I was in Dubai. I went down to the souk, similar to the ones that I go to here in Kuwait. They didn't have as many shops as there are here, but there was one fragrance that I found that I wasn't able to find anywhere else, and this one is called Nahema. And this is considered a floral chypre fragrance. I don't remember when it was originally released, but this is part of the 2021 batch. This one has peach, passion fruit, rose, hyacinth, sandalwood, and patchouli. And this is a very nice fruity rose type of scent, but it was one that was very hard to find, so they don't have it locally even to buy for retail here. I don't know why this particular one is difficult to find. If you know, please let me know in the comments. But that was one that I was happy to pick up this year. Moving on. The next fragrance I want to mention is from the house of Parfums Roma, and this one is just simply called Neroli. This one was one that I was surprised that I actually picked up. I just was in one of the shops here trying all the Parfums Romas, and this one caught my eye. I've never heard anybody particularly talk about this one. After I purchased it, I did see a video where someone considered this like the holy grail of Neroli fragrances, which I can definitely see that one. This one is a very good Neroli scent. It was released in the 2000s, and it has Neroli, bitter orange, orange flower, myrrh, and petitgrain. It may have a little bit of a resinous dry now, but for the most part, it's just a very oily Neroli orange blossom type of scent. So if you like Neroli and orange blossom, I would definitely try to check this one out. It actually says 1998 on the back. But this one, what's good about Parfums Romas is that you know, it has such a high oil concentration, and that you can mix it, actually you can rub the scent together. So this one was one that I was happy to pick up and add to my collection for my summer rotation. Moving on. The next fragrance I want to mention is another one I'm going to be adding to my summer rotation. This one is from Frederic Malle. This one is called Gosse. So this is a collaboration with let's see, Fanny Ball. And Gosse, I believe, means like rotten child or something like that. And so this one is a summer citrusy orange blossom Neroli type of scent. This one has Neroli, petitgrain, bergamot, violet, rosemary, and it has a bubblegum note, where I believe it's like an accord, like a strawberry type of chord. type of accord, and this one was released in 2017. What I like about this one is that it does have the Neroli and the petitgrain in it. With that bubblegum note, it has this uniqueness to it that I don't have from any other of the summer scents that I do own. So this one I was happy to add to my collection. It actually started me getting switching over some of my bottles of Frederic Malle to 100 ml bottles. It does have a really cool design on it, but it smells good as well. This is a very unique summer type of scent. So if you hadn't got your nose on sale Gosse, try to do that because it's still available. Moving on, I'll mention two more fragrances. And the next one I want to mention is from the house of Chanel, but this one is one of the Parfums, and this one is Jersey Parfum. Now, the Jersey Parfum was released in 2014. I do have this in a 200 ml Eau de Parfum concentration, which I believe it comes in Eau de Toilette as well. But this one is one that I didn't necessarily need, but I wanted to get. But the story about this one is that when I went into Harvey Nichols, I was able to actually get this one at the last year's retail price, which is $50 cheaper than it is selling for right now. So that's why I wanted to add this one to the list. It's always good when you're able to get a deal that you weren't looking for, which makes it still an expensive purchase for 15 ml, but to get it at the old price was not necessarily a steal, but it was a good sale. Now again, the Parfum was released in 2014. This one has notes of lavender, vanilla, musk, tonka bean, wildflowers, rose, grass, and jasmine. I don't believe that there's any notes in here that are different than the Eau de Parfum concentration, but it is a richer scent of Jersey. I would love to wear this probably when it gets a little bit cooler, not necessarily like winter. It doesn't get winter here, but when it gets a little bit cooler, I think it lively and I would enjoy it more. But I'm happy to get this one in, especially at the old retail price, since it seems like they're going up every year. Let's move on to the last one. The last fragrance I want to mention is one that I'm not sure how it was left off of my wish list follow-up. I'm not sure if it was on my original wish list video. I may have neglected it. I did go to the text below to see which ones I had mentioned before, and I didn't recall seeing this one, but this was like my #1 most wanted fragrance for the whole year, and I was able to get it. And this one is from the house of Henry Jacques. This one is called Merveilleuse, the HJ. Pretty simple bottle presentation, but this is a beautiful floral cheaper scent, and was released in 2010. Some of the notes on this one are ylang ylang, coriander, bergamot, clove, jasmine, opopanax, patchouli, and vetiver are some of the notes on this one. And this was one that I really had to get. I smelled it, the Pure Parfum concentration, when I was in Dubai, and I smelled it a number of times before I left, because there isn't a Henry Jacques retailer here in Kuwait. But I smelled it a number of times, and then one of the first times I went to the States this year, I just called the shop in Beverly Hills just to see what the cost would be. Good thing is that there was no sales tax on it. It was shipped to me for free. And with the 75 ml, it is an extrait concentration, and then they have the Pure Parfum. So I went with the extrait because I did wanted to have in my collection for a while. And the 30 ml, if the 30 ml would have been the same price as this, I may have gone for that, but only the 50 ml of the Pure Parfum is the same price as this, which is very, very expensive. But I was happy to get this one in. It's a beautiful floral cheaper fragrance. If you haven't had a chance to check out Henry Jacques, if you're ever in these cities where they actually carry the boutiques, I'm not I believe maybe in the UK they may carry them in Harriet's or something like that. Definitely check them out. As I said, the 75 ml does come in a Parfum extract, so it is a high concentration. Even that's the lowest concentration that they have for these scents. And this was probably my #1 pickup of the year, one that I wanted the most, because there's no way to get it discounted. You could only get it from this retailer. So that's the last thing. This Merveilleuse from Jacques was probably my favorite pickup of this year, because it was the one that I wanted the most and the one that I actually had to pay the most to get, because there was no way around that. What are some of your favorite pickups that you've gotten this year? Please let me know in the comments. Have you tried any of these that I've mentioned today? Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.